What free software is so good you can't believe it's free? Handbrake is a tool for converting video from nearly any format to a selection of modern, widely supported codecs. Free, open source and multi-platform. Edit: I woke up to 80+ notifications and silver. Thank you stranger. His first comment here said, Handbrake is GUI for MVP. VLC, that's why I donated to it. For any innocent soul out there who doesn't know this already, McAfee is the worst software you can have on your computer. They claim it's an antivirus and they pay millions to other software companies to sneak them into your system. At this point they're basically a malware. Stay clear of it. Edit: hey, thanks for the silver, D. DaVinci Resolve 15, the best free video editor ever. It can do more than a movie and is much easier to use than Sony Vegas. My opinion, BTW. 7-zip. VanView. Free but incredibly feature-rich image viewer and editor that is fast and tiny, both disk space and memory. I've been using it for about 20 years almost daily and have not found better, and I'm still finding new and interesting ways to use it. Linux. Chapter and verse, audiobook compiler caliber, ebook conversion management. Any internet browser. Imagine having access to the whole internet for free? I use Notepad++, https notepad++.org, on a regular basis and have done for years. I haven't seen anyone mention VirtualBox, https www.virtualbox.org wiki downloads, but if you want to just quickly spin up a VM for testing, it's great. MuseScore. Turn the songs in your head into sheet music you can play back. You can even add all sorts of weird instruments. Audacity, the only audio editing software I use. Edit: thanks for the gold. Source Filmmaker. Visual Studio Code, https code.visualstudio.com. Cool Code Editor OBS, https obsproject.com. And Streamlabs OBS, https streamlabs.com. A nice fork for streaming video. Mahika Voxel, https iftraseed.github.io. 3D voxel software, just try it, it's wonderful. Find some voxel illustration examples here. https jub.com. Tags expertise voxel. Not technically a software, but I always love to be able to mention httparchive.org because it is such a wonderful and free resource. It has millions of free downloads for music. https archive.org. Details audio, movies. https archive.org. Details movies and films, books. https archive.org. Details texts, software. https archive.org. Details software, etc. One very popular example is that it is home to a very large catalog of Grateful Dead recordings. https archive.org. Details Grateful Dead. It also has the Internet Arcade. https archive.org. Details Internet Arcade, where you can play a lot of classic games along with the console living room. https archive.org. Details Console living room, which is similar. They have access to tons of old PC games too, and you can even play the original Oregon Trail online. https archive.org. Details Msdas Oregon Trail 1990. It also has the Wayback Machine. http archive.org web, which has archived more than 310 billion web pages saved over time, so you can go back and see how websites were years ago. For example, here's Reddit on July 25, 2005. https web.archive.org. web 20050725010627. http reddit.com, a month after it was created. Khan Academy. Thank you Sal Khan, you're the best. Edit: this comment got me my first silver, gold, and platinum. Thank you so much guys. I went through most comments and summarized and categorized all software mentions. It's probably not exhaustive. Here it is, #X200B, 2D editing Krita OpenTunes Urbanview GIMP Pixlr Inkscape Paint.net Medibong 3D editing FreeCAD Blender Mahika Voxel Make Human Fusion 360 SketchUp SolidWorks Inventor, Students Only, Video Editing DaVinci Resolve Handbrake SFM Source Filmmaker Video Player VLC SM Player Codiplex PoPlayer Physics Simulation Algadu Streaming Obs Streamlabs Obs Adobook eBook Chapter Inverse Caliber Networking Freenas Sense Open Map Compression 7 Zip Code Editor versus Code Notepad++ Vim Sublime Text Office LibreOffice Audio Muse Score Audacity OS Infrastructure Apache Linux Ninite Browser Firefox Chrome VM VirtualBox Proxmox Torrent BitTorrent Sonar Radar Sabins Maps Google Earth OpenStreetMap Languages R Python Game Engines Unity Unreal Engine Godot Edit, Added Fusion 360, R, Python, Unity, Unreal Engine, Godot, Sublime Text, Paint.net, SolidWorks, Medibong, OpenStreetMap, PoPlayer and Fixed SketchUp Position, as per comments. Thanks for the silver. #X200B. Git. There are a bunch. Linux https distrochooser.den, 7z https www.7zip.org download.html, openpip https www.openpip.org, VLC https www.videolon.org download windows.html, Urbanview https www.urbanview.com, GIMP https www.gimp.org, R https www.rproject.org, Python https wiki.python.org Moin. Beyond Compare https www.scootersoftware.com download.php, Nmap https nmap.org Snort https www.snort.org Wireshark https www.wireshark.org, and just for coolness is a link for analyzing Reddit threads, like I needed another addiction. http redditnebula.harakuapp.com. Google Maps hands down. Can't believe I haven't seen it mentioned already. Yeah, I know you pay in the form of your data. Blender. Holy shit, it's amazing. OBS. BitTorrent. Apache Proxmox Debian Ubuntu Firefox Hangouts Remoting Putty Open Sonar Radar VLC Handbrake Edit. Additions for UID 100T, who might actually be me, ZFS, and for some other people, Google, the search engine. No idea how I forgot, sense. Pretty happy with Linux Mint at the moment. It's turned my antiquated Vista machine into a fully functional set-top box that does most of the stuff I want it to. HemingwayApp.com is great for proofreading your work. It tells you what level it reads at, how complex simple sentences are, and suggests where you can improve things. The web version is free, but there is a way to support the programmers and buy a download of the app. Fusion 360. I can't believe that they give it away, for free, to amateurs. VLC and Audacity. Ducking Wikipedia instant info about everything under the sun. Firefox. Rufus. Ad blocker. It's like putting a condom on your browser. Calibre is an amazing free software for ebook organization. I also love the fact that you can convert the ebook files to be read by just about any device. Google's Snapseed, photo editor on a phone with no ads. So convenient. Winterstat. OpenSL. Unity really needs to be mentioned here more. It's an absolutely amazing software for game development and VR development, and it's free for use outside of large corporate use, so I'm getting to design my first full game with it. Also going to second everyone that said Blender, It's a great piece of software, though they really need to work on the UI. Apache always blew my mind, it's so heavily responsible for the world we live in today. YouTube DL. It basically makes any YouTube video accessible with the best available audio and video possible offline. I can also download music files for any song I can think of. Edit. I use this specifically because I don't like all the GUI stuff. This is command line based in Linux. Paint.net and Pixlr. The typesetting system TeX, and LaTeX. Vim, and Vieta Pinch, or on Solaris 10. Photopea.com was created by a guy who was tired of paying for Photoshop, and it's completely free, and he still updates it when Adobe adds new features to their product. It's web-based and definitely gives Adobe a run for its money. Worthwhile to check it out. Wireshark Edit. Holy shit, my first silver. Thanks, kind stranger. SketchUp. I have too many good things to say, but I will only mention a few. It is an incredible software for 3D modeling. The ease of use is outstanding. Most of the 3D modeling software that you pay for has a steep learning curve, like Revit, and it costs thousands of dollars. SketchUp offers tutorials and a forum for free also. You can pay for SketchUp Pro, but it's unnecessary for personal use. The pay version adds a couple things that are for production and construction engineers. Inkscape. Google Earth. If you program or can get around the fact it's hard to use, especially since they're server-side CLI friendly, GIMP, with plugins, and some custom Python to taste. Hugin ImageMagick BRL CAD just impressive, Inkscape for vector graphics. LibreOffice, with plugins. Blender DI Apache Web Server PHP, especially version 7, multi-web application frameworks in many languages. WordPress or Drupal or Xandr Falcon or Laravel, for PHP, Signal, for WinBlaza devs, JFS or Struts, Java. All flavors of Linux, except Hannah Montana Linux, and Suicide Linux, open source really rules. Be better if was often more user-friendly, documented better though. WinRAR. People are gonna think this is a joke, but Roblox. Aspiring game developers can make games on it, and the types of games are virtually limitless. And for players, you get access to thousands of different games, all for free. Although I love Minecraft, there's only so much you can do with the game. Roblox has so many options. Greenshot. Whenever I see someone using snipping to lie die a little inside, then make them stop everything to install it. Edit, redundant word. Blender and Unity. Both insanely powerful engines and really helps people who don't have a lot of money.